It's trash.
I tattooed my own dick. Yeah, that was pretty painful.
Если бы я сам все делал, я бы не делал, я бы ушел в горы.
How much for a sleeve? 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 Сколько стоит рукав? How much for a sleeve? How much for a sleeve?
Oh man.
Hey guys, my name is Sati. I'm a tattoo artist and an owner of Kvitka Tattoo Studio that is located in downtown Chicago. Today I'm a visitor at a tattoo convention in Rosemont. So let's go and ask my fellow tattoo artists some questions. So we're at the zone where we can print out and do stencil. And those ladies and guys will help us. What's your name, how long you're tattooing, and where are you from?
My name is John Kurse. I've been tattooing for 22 years, and I'm from Detroit.
My name is Victor Velasquez, 02 Tattoo. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I've been tattooing now, I would say, like 8 years, going on to 8 years, yeah.
My name is Caitlin, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
How long have you been tattooing?
About 4 years now.
I'm Alessandro Pennella. I'm from Milano, Italia. And how long have I been in this industry? Never long enough. And every day seems the first day.
My name is Wyatt Kibler. I'm from the Cleveland, Ohio area, and I've been tattooing for 17 years.
My name's Xavier Robles. I go by X1 Tattoos. I do a lot of black and gray. I do a lot of lettering, a lot of custom stuff. I've been tattooing now for 10 going on 11 years.
I'm Alexa and I like to specialize in realism, surrealism. I've only been tattooing for about less than a year and I just finished my apprenticeship recently in May and I'm from Dallas.
I'm Roger Murphy and I'm currently out of Roy Boys in Gary, Indiana. I started tattooing in '94. I'm street shop. I'm used to doing anything and everything, walks through the door.
I'm from Korea, but I'm working in LA. My name is Toka and my tattoo style is colorism. Usually I do the pet portraits.
My name is Federico. I'm from Milan, Italy. I tattoo since 2015, so it's 11 years now. And I do realistic black and gray portraits.
Я из Лос-Анджелеса, работаю в черно-белом цветном реализме. Ну, вообще во всех стилях. Я миксую чаще. Стабильные татуировки делаю, которые живут долго. С момента, когда я наколол первую татуировку, прошло 25 лет.
My name is Ricky, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. And I like doing fine line, neo-traditional, color realism, black and gray realism. Pretty much a lot of different things, cover-ups, pretty much anything. You pick it, I stick it.
My name is Cap. I am from Denver, Colorado, and I've been tattooing for 4 years.
I'm Massimiliano Pennella, but everybody knows me as Penny Boy. I'm from Milan, Italy, and I've been tattooing for 20 years. And my shop is called Fucking Quality.
I'm Charlie Soto. I am from Chicago, and I will be tattooing now 30 years this summer.
My name is Omar. I'm currently learning. I'm an apprentice at Chupacabra Tattoo, but what I do is I sell these supplies at Cadabra. We're based in Long Island, New York.
What would you say is the biggest difference between a young artist and a professional?
So a professional has already went through a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges to get to a level of professional. A young artist has the passion for art and wants to expand their ability in becoming an artist. So it takes, it takes a lot of effort and it takes time. It takes a couple of years to be able to get to a level like that. When you hit the point of being a professional, when you get there, you still have to grow more. So it doesn't end there. Even though I've been tattooing for 30 years, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. So there's always room for growth.
Hours and hours and hours and hours of work and dedication. It's how much dedication you put into it. I mean, I know people have been at it for 10 years, but they don't work at it that hard. I know people have been at it for 2 years, and people have been at it for 2 years work so much harder, they're better than people that are just been doing it for 10 years. I mean, it's just a matter of how much you put into it. Tattooing's gonna give you back what you put into it.
Well, that's a good question. I want to say just efficiency and just like how efficient they tattoo, because I feel like a beginner is kind of like, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that, and they just overcomplicate it, while I feel like more professionals will kind of simplify it in a way.
I mean, experience. You have to try and get as much experience as possible,
So it's only time?
You can definitely be a very great artist right in the beginning. But it's the personal connections, the experience of talking with your clients, the getting to know people and adjusting on the fly. That's that comes with experience.
The old school tattoo artists, they dedicate their life to this industry. The beginner one, the one from today, I don't know. They kind of looking always for the shortcut. So that's the one thing I don't like. But it's not my place to say anything.
Nowadays, I feel like the thing that separates them is young people don't want to learn the way that us older tattooers learned. Like with the internet, Amazon, so kids just buy things off the internet and they start tattooing their friends and they don't go through the steps like us old fellows did.
Do you think it's a bad or good thing?
Yeah. I mean, it's to each their own, right? It's an outlaw industry. We're all pirates. So however they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But I think that respecting the tradition of tattooing is probably, it should be higher on the list of priorities than it is for most people nowadays.
Beginners, I don't know. I think even as a professional, like now, I'm always growing. So I always say this thing, I'm like a lifetime apprentice. So I'm always learning. I think when you're young until now, like you're always growing. So I really don't see a difference,
A professional tattoo artist is a tattoo artist that owns a lot of experience, so he knows how to give advices to the clients and which subject you can use in maybe in one spot and what you can't do there. The beginner has to try, to improve his quality. So that's the big difference.
I think a lot of new artists are hungrier than older artists, so they're willing to maybe take on projects for less. I feel like older tattoo artists are just more stuck in their ways and afraid to try new things, maybe.
Профессионалы менее уверены в себе в социальных сетях. Профессионалы концентрируются на развитии и больше, они стеснительные. Вот этим отличаются.
What skill is the most important for a tattoo artist?
I like to consider that everybody that I teach or mentor to tattoo, they have to have straight lines. And they must keep straight lines even though they are able to move on to a realism or bigger scale tattoo art. Many artists, when they get to that point, they forget how to do straight lines. I tell all my students or everybody I mentor, no matter how long or how good you get, don't forget to do straight lines.
To be able to talk well with your clients and be on top of your art game, I suppose.
Well, for what I do, which I do traditional, like Italian traditional, be able to do like very straight line and solid color. That is the rules are very important for me in my work.
I believe is professionalism. All around skills from cleanliness to business to keeping the floors clean to making sure that everything is up to date, licensing, stuff like that.
It sounds like you're running your own studio.
I am, yeah.
Because only an owner would think about licensing and all the stuff that is behind the scenes.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking. But I guess if that stuff is in order, then you have time to really focus on the art, right? Making sure your lines are straight.
Drawing, painting, drawing and painting. They need to dedicate their life and they need to start drawing, because today is just they go to a website, they buy a machine, and it's not even a machine, and they spend a few dollars and they think they can tattoo, but that's not the way it is, because it's not tracing this. Tattooing needs proper education in the shop. You need to draw for at least 4 or 5 years.
Staying humble, really, just staying humble, staying grounded, don't think you're the best, always learn, always. A big thing I always say with the younger artists is just paint. Actually paint. Don't use your iPad all the time, man. Like, it's cool to do that. I use it. I will use it right now to knock out a tattoo. But actually illustrate and paint and draw. Like, use something tangible, something you can hold. But yeah, that's a dying skill. I think people need to paint more.
Patience. I think patience is a big one. Patience with trying to set the appointments, patience with understanding your client, trying to make something and work with them so you both create like a good aesthetically pleasing tattoo for them, So patience, I think, is the biggest thing that a tattoo artist needs.
Well, you have to be able to draw. I mean, you have to have at least a basic fundamental aspect of art and the ability to deal with people. That's a very large part of it too.
I mean, I would say you'd like to know how to draw. That's pretty important, draw, paint. I don't know if it would be considered a skill, but being receptive to help is a pretty good skill. which I think a lot of people probably lack nowadays as well.
One important skill is to have like creativity, something that could like stand you out from the rest, maybe, you know. A strong skill, creativity. I think just something that, like I said, just stands you out from the rest. I think drawing in general will help out a lot. It'll help build the creativity, the flow, and you'll learn a lot just on just with that. You'll learn a lot on how to apply a tattoo and when to use certain techniques and stuff like that. I feel like, you know.
It's so satisfying when it's Friday evening, all your colleagues are here tattooing, and you're just hanging around asking questions. That's good. Feels good.
AI is trash. AI is garbage. AI is already invading tattooing. I have people that, you know, email me or stop in the tattoo shop all the time with AI generated photos that they want tattooed on them. And I think it's crazy because AI isn't that great. Like, you see people now getting tattoos of, you know, like a human with 6 fingers because AI generated it. I think it makes it easier for people to just kind of half-ass it. But again, you know, this is what we do. Like, we draw, we paint.
Fully custom artists.
Yeah.
I don't think so, not really, because real true people that want to collect are still going to go to humans. Robots never take it over. They'll just take the people that are into the trends, and they're not really people I'm concerned with anyways. I work for one of the most historical shops in the United States. Roy Boys has been around since '72, and you know, we have a lot of street traffic, and we have a lot of famous people stop in the shop just to walk around and take a look, and you know, shops like where I'm from, that's the heart and soul of tattoo, and that'll always be a part of tattoo. And even with AI and robots, you know, those are just like up the trend seekers.
I do think maybe just for like an idea. I know one time a client of mine, she asked for like a panda being an astronaut, and so I was gonna put one together, but she ended up putting something on the AI, and she got a panda astronaut, and she showed it to me, and from there I took it and customized it into my own drawing, and, you know, made my own tattoo and artwork off of it. But it did help a little bit just for a reference photo.
Honestly, with AI, it's preference. I prefer no AI. It doesn't come as natural, but it's really good for references. It's really good. It can be useful, but I personally don't like AI. But nothing against anyone who uses it. Everyone has their preference. Everyone works differently. So yeah, I mean, to whoever it works for, good for you.
What about AI when you try to do a content plan or generate a text for social media posts or something like that?
Okay, that one, I mean, it could be helpful as well. Same deal. It's whether you use it for a reference or you use it entirely. It's honestly, it all depends. It all depends. I don't mind it. We're not much users of it, but we're not against anyone who uses it either.
I think AI, for beginners, I think it hurts it, just because I do think that it's important to know how to draw and how to structure certain stuff. I think it makes it a little bit easier for maybe if you are using it when you already have 10 plus years, you've already drawn, you already know how to do that. So I think it can be okay, but it's really not my favorite thing to see like everywhere. You know what I mean?
I think it's a tool. I think it hurts. You know, it hurts the planet for sure. My wife is totally against AI, so but it is a tool that a lot of people use just to, you know, from consent forms to the business aspect of it to drawing and you know, things on the fly, on the quickness. I mean, ultimately, I think it's just a tool that hurts more than it helps.
Well, they are, because in every industry, when you use AI, if you stop actually working or thinking and create and you just let it do it, of course it will stop your creativity. So me personally, I do most of my design freehand or something like that, so AI can just stop your creativity. And most of the people that doesn't have the skill to draw properly, they probably use it and just skip that step, you know. But then you see it actually on their work that they have that limit. This is my opinion.
I mean, I've seen it affect tattooing already. I don't like it very much. I can see it as getting like reference ideas, you know, like, oh, I want to type this in. I have it in my head, but I can't really see it fully, so I'm going to type it into that's fine, but don't use it as an actual stencil. Don't use it as your actual art because you didn't draw it.
It's not made for skin, right?
Right. Like the stuff that I'll find stuff on Google, Pinterest, you know, different areas for references, and I'm doing a lot of that work, whereas like if you just type it into an AI generator, you're not doing any work. It's kind of done for you. in my opinion.
A high quality tattoo to me is something that lasts for multiple years. That's why they say like bold lines hold. I'm a big believer in that. I think that yes, a certain fine line is good, but I think that you need a lot of structure in a tattoo for it to age very well. That way in like 10 to 15 years, somebody looks at it and they know exactly what it still is. So that's what I think a good tattoo is, yeah.
Качественная. Ну, качественно покрашена, грамотно расположена. Чем увереннее, тем лучше.
High quality tattoo is something that stay there forever, and it doesn't really change in time, but it just keep the same quality.
A high quality tattoo for me would be a really good experience and just being able to like flow well, I suppose.
One tattoo that owns high quality is a tattoo that lasts in time. So whenever I do my works, my portraits, I try to do my best to let the tattoo be beautiful in years and not just it's done, you know. When it's done, when it's just done, it's always beautiful. But a good tattoo has to be clean in years.
A high quality tattoo for me that I think is someone that takes their time on it, and it does not necessarily have to take forever, but at least the time needed to be done for the tattoo and understanding what the client wants, understanding what needs to be done. I think a lot of that helps out.
It's in downtown.
Okay, cool, nice.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Excuse me, sir. How much for a sleeve?
Probably like meeting other artists and becoming friends with them, and the ability to like express your own creativity.
You know, there's a bunch of different stuff that I like about it, but I've been getting very close with my clients recently, and the personal connections that you build with them over time, it really kind of hits you right in the heart, you know?
Well, I love tattooing because you can express yourself and you can give something that is forever on the skin and represent something for the client.
I like to have the chance to create and just listen to the customer and take all the guidance in their desire and being able to draw and having the tattoo finalized to them and see their faces at the end.
The freedom, just having the freedom to do what you want. I work for myself now, and that was absolutely why I started tattooing. I have a degree in accounting, I did all that, and then I turned 30 and I was like, man, I need to change it. So now I just tattoo full time. So yeah, it's about the freedom. So I love what I do now, so yeah.
As I said, I've been tattooing 20 years, so I started tattooing with the real, you know, like the real way. Recently, everybody just starts tattooing from a day to another, and they don't know nothing about the culture. So where we actually come from, you know. So that probably I would to just put some regulation out of here so people can start in a nice way and know more about the culture that we all come from, because we all represent each other. We are a community. So this is something important that I think we're losing step by step, but we should start back again and actually stick to the culture, you know, to the tradition.
Nothing really. I think now tattooing's changed since it has in the past, 20 years now. I think guys are getting really good really fast at a really young age. I like how tattooing is. I don't think I would change anything.
Maybe now that this industry became huge, there are too many people that do this job without passion, only for money. That's not good for us. So that's the only thing I would change.
How clients usually find you?
A lot of them do Instagram and Facebook. I usually have my wife do my social media account because I'm terrible with it, for sure.
Do you run paid ads?
I don't do paid ads, no.
Only organic, like posting content, whoever finds it?
Yep, whoever finds it, finds it. I don't do any paid stuff. We have, our shop has a videographer and photographer. They come through all of our different shops, and we get to like put our media out that way as well. So
me myself personally, I do Instagram ads from time to time, but for the most part it's just word of mouth in my neighborhood.
How much do you spend for Instagram ads, if it's okay to answer that question?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really do it much. If I do run an ad, maybe it's like $50, $100 a month.
Do you think social media is important nowadays?
Today it is. Today it is. So you need someone that managed your social media. I can't do it. So mine is like a penitentiary's house. So I don't know how to do it, and it's not part of my generation. So I don't know it.
By Instagram, usually, yeah.
Do you do paid ads?
When I come here in the US doing convention, I pay ads, yeah, for promote my job, you know, my works. But usually not too much.
Вы сами ведете соцсети?
Да. Да, я пробовал, чтобы администрировал человек соцсети, но получается так себе, потому что человек делает не так, как я это вижу. И очень сложно. Лучше самому заниматься. Понятное дело, сейчас вообще соцсети они важны. Без соцсетей сложно работать. И в это и хорошо, и плохо. Это как бы тебя и развивает в каких-то разных там моментах, но в то же время плохо, тебе не хватает времени на то, чем бы хотел заниматься. Я бы, например, хотел больше рисовать, а мне приходится больше снимать. И поэтому, вот так. Это и грустно, и хорошо, и такое.
А есть кто-то, кто помогает с сообщениями, например?
Конечно, моя верная спутница по жизни, моя вторая половина Сюзанна, да, она помогает.
Ваш менеджер, получается, да?
Ну, почти, да. Но она помогает, она мне помогает рекламу настраивать, помогает с видео. Вот. И, конечно, мне очень упрощает работу. Если бы я сам все делал, я бы не делал, я бы ушел в горы, я бы построил себе там шалаш, блядь, жил, охотился до лягушек, и все. Закончил бы свою карьеру.
How clients usually find you?
Normally on Instagram, I get a lot of clients. My mom used to own a cafe too before, and I would market myself out to anybody that was there. I would help work there, but mostly it's Instagram, or I go to also a lot of comic book, anime, or doll conventions because I'm a big doll collector. So I make a lot of connections with just random people and what they like and what I like, and I make those little connections and bring them in. So that's what I do.
Do you run paid ads?
I do once in a while. For the main part, it's when either slow season or if there's certain projects that I really want to work on that I'm trying to see if anybody out there is looking for the same thing, I'll send out ads and things like that to promote.
When is slow season in Florida?
In Florida, I would say November, December for me, because I feel like everyone's saving for the holidays. Everyone wants to save for Christmas and for New Year, so that's a big thing for sure. After that, because taxes are coming, end of January and February and March, chef's kiss. So good in Florida, yeah.
How do clients usually find you?
Through Instagram. I'm mostly on Instagram. I try to post on TikTok, but through Instagram.
Do you run paid ads on Instagram?
Sometimes, but honestly, not really. Yeah, I haven't really got into that yet.
How do clients usually find you?
Mostly just through friends of friends and Instagram, I suppose. But I also go to a lot of local shows and stuff, so subcultures, I suppose.
What is the most difficult thing in running your studio?
I would say the most difficult thing in running a studio would be making sure that you have yourself booked out for the future.
Are you a tattoo shop owner?
Yeah.
What is the most difficult part of your job? What is the most difficult part of owning a tattoo shop?
Managing different artists, and in these kind of days, they all pretend a lot. And when you have more than 5, 6, 7 artists in the shop, because the shop is big, you get stressed out. I mean, it's a lot of work. So that is the most difficult one. My brother owns a different shop, and me and my son works in used to work in the same shop. Now my son works in Argentina. But it's there's my mom, there's my wife managed the shop. So yeah, pretty good.
How long is your apprenticeship?
So right now I just started, so I'm only a couple months. I'm under my boss's belt. He's my mentor. His name is Andy Rodriguez.
What styles are you exploring?
So right now I'm just practicing lettering, trying to practice that, and then also little anime tattoos, just little fun flash, just to start off because I don't know much. But as for our products, yeah, I do know a lot.
Tell me a little bit more about your apprenticeship. How does that look like, your daily life at the shop?
So essentially what I do is I watch him work as he tattoos somebody. He teaches me how to set up, how to take care of clients, what's the right procedures to do, and things like that. Just mainly how to go about it one-on-one, and going straight through the health department's codes. I know it varies differently for people in other districts and states. I know Long Island is very, very strict. So yeah.
how your apprenticeship went.
I did a 2-year apprenticeship, and during my whole apprenticeship, I was just, I really didn't learn through my mentor. I learned the basics from him, and I just learned through like every artist I've ever met. So I picked up on their technique, or they'll teach me stuff. So it's really cool that everyone doesn't tattoo the same, so you get to learn different things from everybody.
Honestly, I haven't really hit a whole lot of difficult areas, but I will say taking my clients' ideas that can be way too much and then breaking them down into much more manageable ideas and making it really personal for them while kind of hitting every single thing that they want to do.
It's dealing with people sometimes, and not always you have you are lucky and you find the right clients, but with experience you can try to bring the clients where you want to.
I just can't imagine how much money people spend on all tattoos they have. Everyone is so heavily tattooed here. How many tattoos do you have?
I lost count. I just say one big one. That's all I ever say. Just one big one. No. But no, I lost count.
Do you think more than 50?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Huge ones.
Well, arm, legs, back piece, front piece. That's my 2 to 5 tattoo.
I'm always like my throat. My dick tattoo hurt a lot. But yeah.
That's a lot of details.
It's always like, whoa, you tattooed your dick? Yeah, I did my own. I tattooed my own dick. Yeah, that was pretty painful.
Butt cheek.
The ad is the worst. When I sit for this, it was 4 hours session with no cream, and it was very tough.
Okay guys, so what about you? Would you get a tattoo at the convention? Comment below.
У меня девочка на сеансе упала в обморок и начала сдуваться. Ну, я это рассказывал. Это история длинная. Легендарная, да. Но так, происходит много всего смешного. И запросы странные у людей, и смешные татуировки.
Какой самый странный вопрос или запрос от клиента вы получали?
Я так и не вспомню, их было очень много. Ну, по стилю всякие странные, там, дурные татуировки, площадь Ленина или еще что-нибудь наколоть. Ну, такой площадь, я имею в виду, Ленин расчерчен, там площадь посчитана, с какого он, блядь, размера. Вот. Ну, много всяких дурацких, я просто сейчас так очень резко я не могу вспомнить. Но много всяких дурацких татуировок делали. Да. Там пулевые ранения на задницах и все такое, да. У меня самого такая татуировка есть просто.
I've been through a lot of funny situation, you know. So like for example, one time I was a younger tattooer and I was in England, in UK, and I started tattooing this lady that I think she was like kind of crazy. So when I was tattooing her, she started to talk with her leg and tell to her leg to not move and slap her own leg, saying stop, don't move it. And the leg was kind of moving by itself, and she was keep talking with her leg. So it was like kind of, what do I do now? You know, I didn't know what to do in that situation.
So what do you do?
I just keep talking to her leg and says don't move, and it worked.
У нас там дуже красива спина з японським стилем. Do you want me to repeat that in English? We have a really beautiful tattoo in Japanese style over there.
I would say enjoy every day because it's an amazing journey.
Try and take in as much as you can from the people around you. Like, I've been tattooing for 17 years. I still learn from every single person that I meet. I've trained a lot of younger artists, and having them around me, I get to see what they are learning, how they're learning, and just take it all in. Take as much as you can in.
Thank you, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Freehand or stencil?
Stencil.
Freehand all day.
Stencil.
Rotary machine or coil machine?
Coil machine.
Coil machine.
Coil.
Rotary. I have to say rotary, but coil is the tradition, you know. But doing realistic stuff, you have to say rotary.
Coil, but I use a rotary.
Rotary.
I love both. I personally am gonna say rotary because that's what I use on the daily, but coils that's what I learned off of, and much respect to those who still use the coils, and I love it.
Rotary.
Rotary.
I run rotary.
Black and gray or color?
Black and gray.
Both.
Color.
I probably prefer doing more black and gray tattoos, but color tattoos are nice.
Black and gray all the life.
Color.
Black and gray. Black and gray all day.
Black and gray.
Color. Both. black and gray.
A big tattoos or small projects?
Medium.
Big tattoos.
Я всегда за большие. Нельзя то, что предназначается для маленького, сделать большим, и наоборот.
Line work or shading?
Oh, line work for sure.
Shading.
Line work.
Shading. Line work.
Line work. Line work.
How much for a sleeve?
Oh, about 1,500.
A full sleeve could take about 7 sessions. My full day session is $2,000 to $2,500 a day. So you multiply that by 7, well, you could be talking about roughly about 14,000.
I would say 1,200.
Right? That's always a good one, right? I always say, like, how much for a cart of groceries? Like, would you call HEB or whatever, or the grocery store and ask them how much that is? You gotta go in and talk to your guy, but yeah, we get that a lot. I kind of just go with it now. I think when I was younger, I would get, like, kind of annoyed by that, but I'm like, yo, you know, I'll work with whatever you got, man. Just, let's get tattooed.
No comment.
Maybe 7,000, 8,000.
It all depends on the style we choose, the amount of hours. I personally can say that a sleeve could go up from 3,500 to 6 grand, give or take. It could be a little bit more depending on how many sessions, but my hourly rate would be around 200. If I am really close with a friend or a good person, I normally do like 180, you know, just to give a little bump down. But yeah, normally sleeves, I say like 3,500 to, if it's hyper detail, hyper realism, then like 6 grand.
Смотря какой рукав. Все зависит от сложности. Если это что-то детальное, и на это нужно 15 сеансов. А если это там 2 портрета чехардой вот такого размера, то 2 сеанса. И цена, соответственно, будет разная. От $4,500 и до бесконечности.
Oh man, as much as it takes.
It depends. I don't know. For a full sleeve, 7K maybe.
Can you make it smaller?
Yeah, sometimes they say it's, but especially in realism, I always advise to feel the spot you are doing. If I'm doing shoulder to elbow, the subject has to feel all the parts, you know. So no smaller.
For a sleeve, oh man, it could go anywhere maybe from 10,000 to 100,000.
Not enough.
10K?
Can you do smaller?
Yes.
Цель стать легендой. Таким, как какой-нибудь Чарли Картрайт, Джек Руди. И, очень серьезным татуировщиком, с которым молодежи будет интересно пообщаться. Вот. Я приехал сюда с тату-музеем, пропагандируем тату-историю и сохранение тату-наследия Америки. Вот. И вообще присоединяйтесь к нашему движению, которые любят пообщаться со старыми дедами, кто делал эту индустрию, кто ее строил.
That's not an ad. That's not an ad. I just really like those prints. It's your work?
I am promoting design, but the design from one guy in Colombia, Gustavo is the name.
He's not at the convention?
We are artists too, because we are partners of the brand, but the design is from original from him.
Okay guys, so we are done for today. It was a really interesting day. We met a lot of cool people from Chicago, other states, and even other countries. Everyone is so unique, a lot of heavily tattooed people, really interesting personalities. Everyone is just having fun on this convention. It was interesting to me how differently people answered to the same questions. But honestly, I feel one question is still left unanswered. So how much for the sleeve? Let me know in comments.